Real quickly, I want to ask you another question, Anthony. So much about the showboating that happened yesterday. Nigel, I guess this question's coming your way because I want to know what you would have done if you were out there on the pitch against Antony. And I want to know what you would have done if you were playing in his team and he did the pirouette twice around on the ball. What is your thoughts on the showboating that he showed?
It's a family show. I can't use the words that I would use in England.
Yeah, you can. No, you can.
If he did it against me, I would have absolutely clattered the I would have gone right through him and stood over him and looked and said, "Do it again, I dare you." That's just me being me. I tell you that now. Like, no. And then the funny thing is, it's crazy because obviously Manchester United have a lot of ex-players who are pundits and stuff now. None of them are condemning him because at the end of the day, when they were playing,
they are.
never used to do it.
No, Paul Scholes.
No, they are.
No, only Paul Scholes. Yeah, because Paul Scholes is
probably
one of the greatest midfielders that England has ever produced. Like Paul Scholes is the one that no one talks about, but he is the greatest midfielder England have ever produced, in my opinion. I think for me, like you said, Roy Keane and them lot wouldn't have had that. They didn't have it from Ronaldo when Roy Keane had to get in. They never had it from Ronaldo.
They did. Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. Ronaldo was 17, 18 years old, 19 years old. He's doing spins over the ball.
But they snuffed that out, though.
Roy Keane hammered him. Roy Keane hammered him. And then look at Ronaldo after that when everything was just in the box for Van Nistelrooy, just putting crosses in the box. He tried to do all that stuff and they hammered him out of him.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they allowed the showboating as long as the final product was there. And I think the reason why Antony's getting criticized is because he passed to nobody at the end of it. It's okay, in my opinion, showboating. I don't want Antony to change. I love the showboating. I'm okay with it, right? But the final product is where it's at. If you produce a pass or you make something enough.
Wait till he comes across an old school player, that old school mentality, when they go right through him. Let's see how flexible he's going to be then.
Nigel, I used to love playing against players like that for that reason in particular. I played against some of the best in particular. And I will say this, I used to love it when they showboated because I used to say the same thing as you. Do it again, and you know I'm going to come right through you. And then they stop them from doing it again. They don't try those tricks after you go through them in the challenge. But this is a different game from what me and you played. It's a totally different game. These guys are doing it for Instagram, and this kid's Brazilian. Let him play, man. Let him enjoy himself.
Thank you. So you just hit on what I was going to say. You're asking a Brazilian not to be Brazilian,
right?
It's part of. He was doing it. That's part of the appeal. Erik ten Hag has coached him. He was doing it at Ajax. That's his signature move.
It's part of the 100 million price tag.
The final,
the Ajax are laughing.
Yeah, well, it's 100 million because of the YouTube clicks that provides. Look, you knew it was coming. Something was going to come when he showed up with the bleached tips. He looked like he was in a boy band. He looked like he was a Brazilian boy band when he showed up to Old Trafford.
I fully agree with you. And I agree with that. Yes, he's Brazilian. It comes with the culture and stuff like that. But there's a level of understanding when to do it, when not to do it, and what comes with that. He has to have an end product, like Ian said. There's a difference when Neymar showboats. There's an end product behind it. Even if it's a simple pass, heel pass, whatever it is, it has an end product. You can do it, but you can't do it without an end product. And the more he does it, the influential old ex-players, and they keep saying he's a one-trick pony, he's just a clown, that's only going to continue to grow and grow and grow. They called him a clown. I'm not putting words in people's mouths.
He scored on his day. This is a man who scored on his debut.
Well, you want a cookie for that? Is he the only player to ever have done that?
You're going to hammer a kid who came to Manchester United and scored his debut, and now he's a clown because he did a pirouette. I think that's a bit harsh from the ex-players.
Like you said, I like him. I will do it. But if he was in my team, I would say to him, I don't mind you doing it. Have an end product. Otherwise, you look like an idiot.
You're entitled.
That's fair.
And I think you made a great point as well. There's a time to do it. There's a time in the game to do it. There's also an opponent to do it. If you're going to showboat, in many ways, it's probably not in a Europa League game against Sheriff of all places to do it. I don't want any Brazilian player or any flair player from whatever country they're from to ever change. I think they should always have that showboating mentality, that confidence mentality. But it was just an unusual time when no one around you, and then you put the ball out of play. That's why it was highlighted, and that's why pretty much everyone's talking about it. So I'll be interested to hear what the viewers out there think about Antony showboating as well. So drop a comment in there.